Hi everybody, welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Matthew Stafford, fired up. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. All right, Matthew Stafford, right out the gate, second and forever. Love me a little wrap in down here at the bottom of the screen, hash to hash crime. The Rams do such a great job with these, what I'm going to call wrap ins, but really they're just high-lowing that second level of defense, linebacker types. You can see these guys, this one is almost like a double. So they run the 3 and the 2 in there, pull those linebacker types down, and then rip it right over their head. And in any variation of zone on that shell or back end, it really allows those guys to be able to create some significant space in kind of this mid-tier. So what we're doing in here is we've got 2 guys coming down to the hash, and then we're going to just wrap this thing in right behind him. And it's just too much space. It's a significant amount of space, but it's a well-designed, great orchestrated play. They get a little switch release from the 3 and the 2. And you can see right there that drives those linebacker types down on those spots on the hash. And then you can see Woods with all that space to be able to wrap that in. Just really a thing of beauty. Footwork-wise from Stafford. Love his base at the back end. There it is. No heel click. Comes out fast. Powerful. Great anticipation. When does he let that thing go? You can see he's going hash to hash right there. That's a pretty good anticipation right there. Through 4 dudes. Right down the hash. Love it. Something magical about an in down a hash to me. Don't ask me why. Probably too much Mike Martz in my past, but I love it. It's a thing of beauty. Again, watch it just split these defenders. Whoop, and just beautiful design, too, of the play. Now, it certainly wasn't all perfect. Originally watching the broadcast, maybe it was because I was forced to listen to the broadcast tell me that this was a throwaway, but I really think he's trying to give 12 a shot on the back line, and they're just not on the same page. Now, I don't think he sees Diggs either, which is hard to believe, although I thought that mascot back there on the back line was also playing safety, the full uni. Can I also say how much I love those highlighter uniforms? I do. But I really think he's giving him a shot right here. It's almost like he points to him a little bit. So to me, that back line, he sees that guy with his back turned, right? That's all he's covering is the width of his shoulders. If he comes back this way and you put the ball right here, it's a nice Dwight Clark right in the back line. Now, I don't think anybody sees this guy back here, which is hard to believe in those unis. But I really don't think that this is a throwaway. Now, he might have came out in the post-game press conference and totally described the play. But just watching the film, that's what I think it is. Slow this thing down. You can see him. To me, he's pointing on that back line. Come back. Now, I'm talking myself into it. Either way, if it's a throwaway, you put that thing in the suite. Otherwise, I think they're just not on the same page on the back line. And there's nothing there. I'm not sure what this route is from Cup down here at the bottom. Little switch release. I'm going to guess some variation of an option just gone wrong. Trying to option Cup there with the back line coming from the other side. Not there, free runner. They get you with a little TT. Great job getting outside the pocket. And I like giving 12 a shot on the back line with that defender turning his back. That's a nice play from 6 too. So a lot of moving parts. One of those ones where, pretty rare to see a pick on a throwaway, if that's truly what it is. I think they're just not on the same page on the back line more than anything else. All right, next one. A little empty 3x2. And again, it certainly wasn't all perfect. This is one of those throws to me at the bottom of the screen. Again, another little wrap into Woods. This is wide open. He just misses this guy. I think that's the scary thing about sometimes turning on the film is saying, oh my goodness, this offense, that offense is going to continue to get better and better, especially when a guy's in a new system. Again, we're just high-lowing. linebacker, Wagner, this time coming from opposite sides. But at the end of the day, it's just a high-low on the mic. So right here, we run someone at him, set down in front, and then we're going to come in here and try to wrap it in here. Now, to me, without knowing the details of the offense, this almost looks like more posty or banana-y. I always preferred these to be a little bit kind of deeper and sharper to be able to create a little bit more space. I think sometimes if you banana this thing in here like this, you're just closing your own window. You're getting closer to the linebacker type. But again, without knowing the details, I'm basically guessing. But you can see here that route from Woods at the bottom of the screen. I think if he gets a little bit deeper, that thing is wide open, right? I mean, there's no one around him 5 yards in diameter. One of those ones you'd love to hit, be a nice big play, chunk. But again, these are throws that you anticipate him being able to turn the page and be able to make for the rest of the year. But man, having a great night and having some throws like this, where you're like, these are ones that you would expect him to be able to hook up all the time. Pretty exciting for Rams offense. 3rd and 10, big one here. Now, this is one of those ones where, sometimes it's going good. It's going good. To me, this is more just a terrible play from Adams at safety than anything else. But I always do appreciate a deep ball where you give your guy a shot, let him go make a play for you. But this is a tough one. This is one of those ones where you're like, no, yes. But this is one of those ones that, to me, is probably not a great call scheme-wise. We'll look at the coverage. To me, this is a variation of just kind of like catch two-man. It's a little bit of an odd configuration here. And again, 3rd down, you're going to get the exotic stuff. But to me, right here, this is just a bit of a disaster. So we're going back here. We're getting variation of split field stuff. And then to me, this doesn't look like two-man. Normally, two-man you would expect inside, inside, inside. This guy looking right at him, inside. But they're really just kind of getting there from catch. So down here at the bottom of the screen, I think you can tell pretty easily it's two-man. Here, it's a little bit different of a look because he's almost playing it from like whatever technique they call this, where he hangs. But when you come out here and you run by him, he's really playing two-man. We're getting out of position because we're a little cute. We're spinning, twirling, all sorts of bad. But first, let's just confirm the coverage down here at the bottom of the screen. So inside leverage man. There it is. You can see from the slot on Cup. Inside leverage man. Down here at the bottom of the screen, the corner. Inside leverage. Right? So we got two-man down here at the bottom. Now, with two-man, to me, this is one of those plays that's a middle field close beater, where you're running basically a post or a must outside release go, an over, and then some variation of an in. Okay? With this configuration for most quarterbacks versus two-man, there's no one that should win. You've got leverage here, you've got leverage here, you got leverage inside, you're running here, you're running here, you got 2 over 1 on the outside. That's all bad. Now, the in at the bottom of the screen works because he puts the corner in a blender, but there's no one here should get the ball. It's a great route down here at the bottom. Just see ya. But if we're just being honest about the read and the decision, that should be a fair catch interception. Instead, we're turned around, massive chunk, 33 getting exposed in pass coverage. You can see just from the pocket, though, he does a great job of being able to buy just enough time. I mean, he's using his eyes, can get a little TT stunt right in his face, the 2 defensive tackles. Make that throw with someone bearing down on you. But read-wise, should you make that throw? Again, easy for me to say with a clicker, but I think most times that's going to get you in trouble. Now, this is an interesting one for a few reasons here. Again, another wrap in, hash-to-hash crime. But I love the pass pro here. You can see there's some significant communication going on between Big Wit, the left guard, the back, what I'm going to call a mint or bear, loose bear. See the back jump in there. Now again, there's a lot of different ways to handle this. And I know a great course that goes over it in significant detail. But when you get the back up here like this, in my experience, most oftentimes they're going right here. So this is why this one is really the coolest of looks here, because I think he ends up dropping out, and then these two kind of sort all this out, and the back comes all the way back across to get Wagner hitting the B gap, I think, B or A. So normally when you would do this look, when he walks up and you walk the back up, you go here, and then they would fan out here. Here, almost like a pseudo 5-0, and you're really going to be hot off one of these two. Now here it looks like, I think this is why it's really important. I love the communication right here. They're talking, they're talking, they're talking. Now it'd be interesting to see what the hell would happen if this guy would have come here. But again, there's so much communication happening at the line of scrimmage, especially in pass pro. And go all the way back to the communication. Watch the left guard, left tackle. They're all talking. There's a really specific call. Again, anytime you get the core covered in a bear, that's great pass pro from the back. And then Stafford, trusting it, getting a free runner through the B gap, trusting your back to get there from that spot. Off platform throw. I mean, he makes it look easy. Hash to hash. Boop. That's a thing of beauty. Love the pass pro from the back. Love the communication from the Rams. Again, really taking advantage of these wrap ins versus any type of zone coverage. But 3-over-3, middle field closed defense, you're going to have a hard time. But you got to be able to block it up, right? This is a bit of an exotic look, certainly. Pass pro, 6-person protection. How are you going to handle? First, how are you going to handle the front? A bear or sink or mint. They hit you with kind of a pseudo exotic. You got a quarterback who's got the capacity to hang in there, but also buy enough time, throw off platform, and rip it in. That's playing at a high level. Love it. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. Then if you want even more quarterback school content, hop over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. The link is in the description. Usually 3 to 4 videos a month, long form videos. Exactly what it's like to be in an NFL quarterback room. We break it down, the details, the nuance. I think you would dig it. Get over there, check it out. And then if you are looking for the absolute premium content through the channel, check out the courses. The links are in the description. Have a number of different courses. Have a free course on the quick game. Have a number of in-depth courses, RPO, pass protection, how to beat every coverage, and the newest one, the Tempos course. If you're interested in any of those, get over there, check out the courses. I appreciate it. Let's keep the video going. This one down here, again, exposing Adams. Poor coverage, technique, maintenance, whatever, however you want to describe it. That's too damn easy. That's routes on air. That's stealing for NFL offenses. You can see the tight end on the right. At the start, Adams right there, not bad technique and as far as my opinion, as far as his alignment. He's slightly outside with a middle field closed player. Again, not a huge fan of red zone defense with middle field closed, but if you're going to do it, you got to have the right technique. You got to be outside leverage because your help is inside. You want to invite them in. But once he releases outside and you keep this leverage, so you have to keep the outside leverage. If you don't keep the outside leverage, if now he's got you with his leverage is on the outside, you've got no help to the out, no help to the corner. And that's exactly what happens right here. It's just too damn easy in the red zone for the NFL for this. This is routes on air. This is a one-on-one drill in training camp. I mean, he doesn't even touch him. Nice ball by Stafford. Just beautiful weight, trajectory, touch. And then if it's not there, this is a really cool play. So obviously it's easy when you get this kind of coverage to be able to throw a corner in the red zone. Perfect. And then right here they run like this, whether you call it a whip, reverse arrow, whatever. And what I really love down here at the bottom is a little in basic and then this jerk. So you come up here, settle like it's a spot or a snag, pause your feet, and then come back in here. So you've got everything going this way, right? You've got a little high-low over here. You've got this coming into your vision. You've got the in or basic coming back too. So just a lot of really cool plays. So let's play it out. If the corner wasn't there, we'd go to the whip, coop, or cup, coming back underneath. Not there. Bottom of the screen now. Got 12 on the jerk. In, There it is. Probably gets the ball. And if that's not there, you got the in coming back across. Just a really nice, well-designed play. Right to left read. But it doesn't get better when your number one has the perfect leverage. Doesn't get touched. But that's a beautiful ball. Strike. Another one here, one of my favorite throws. Getting there from a little 2x2. Great job from Stafford being able to see the shell, little play fake, and then this is just a ridiculous throw. Now, I don't know what kind of route this is from Kupp, from the slot up top. It's almost like it's like a pause wheel. But when he lets this thing go, Kupp's nowhere near looking. Let's see if I can slow this thing down. I mean, he's throwing it right there, and Kupp is on the 20. His hands are separated. The ball's well over halfway before he even looks. Just a thing of beauty. Obviously, those guys are on the same page, and some. But again, it's a big boy block, too, from the tight end. I'm not sure about the technique. Good initial surge, and then the block out. But my goodness, how about the timing on that? So one more time, watching the slot up top. Kupp comes up, kind of pauses it, lets that outside receiver clear it out for him. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I like it. I sure as hell love the anticipation, the throw, and the accuracy. My goodness. That's just really tough to handle, especially when you're got a tight end who can come across, be able to block a defensive end, sort of. But beautiful touch, anticipation. I mean, nothing you can do there but tip your hat. Again, one more wrap in, bottom of the screen. This time off play fake from under center. Again, for me, the thing watching the All-22, just appreciating Matthew Stafford's pocket movement. So you don't have to be a dynamic runner to also be great at just that subtle. You can see them get flashed. The back does a nice job. Play fake and pass pro. Eject him from the club. But then Matthew Stafford doesn't panic. One little slide over and rip it on time. He stays on time. Any more movement than that, and you really got to go to the number 2 read. But just a simple, there's nothing simple about this. We're basically running this over or clear, however you want to describe it, and then right in behind it. Again, something underneath it, be able to high-low right there. The back's coming up, play fake, and then has to go block this guy and eject him. Give your quarterback a chance to throw it. But the thing for me is stay on time, be accurate, keep your base while you have that sudden movement where you're avoiding the rush, trusting your guys. Quick movement left, throw right. Again, too much space with the wrap in. Just getting exposed. But the play action, the pocket movement, quick sudden, boom, and then obviously being able to spin it like that, rip it for a long time. Last one here, a little empty 3x2. What I'm going to call 3 weak, with just a linebacker blowing his assignment. And it gets a little confusing here with what number receiver you're identifying, how you get there. And it's a big ask to ask 56 to cover the vertical of a technical number 3 when he's a wide receiver. Not everybody is Bobby Wagner. But this idea being that you see the rotation of the safeties here. So I'm going to say, I'm not in the defensive back room, but we're going to say that he's coming down here. Now the problem is someone's got the vertical of number 3. So how do you identify it? Usually that's number 3 pre-snap. But when he goes here, most teams will pass this off, and now he becomes the vertical threat of 3. So you're asking this guy right here to be able to identify the true 3, go into the flat, change his eyes to here, and carry that guy who is an NFL wide receiver. So a lot of space. Also, I'm not a huge fan of DBs, safety types in a back pedal 30 yards deep. But again, certainly struggling with space the entire game. But that's just either the free safety is too far over or the linebacker needs to carry number 3. But my God, that's a lot of space. Stafford here, probably the most interesting thing I thought about this play was he goes pure left to right to middle, looking at his eyes. So when he catches this thing, you can see his eyes go left here. So a quick little scan to the left. Then he comes all the way back to the right. No. Love the base. But then he comes back to the center. So pretty rare. Let's go all the way back to the wide. So pretty rare that you would go up top. No. Down here at the bottom. No. Back to the middle. All while keeping a great base. Obviously great pass protection. Obviously way too much space on the back end. Not something that you want to necessarily be in the habit of doing from the quarterback position, left to right to middle, late down the middle. But again, some of these guys just have ridiculous arm strength, can do it. Fun to watch. So that is a wrap. Matthew Stafford balling out Thursday Night Football. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.